Hi crafty friends, this is Zoe Tant, the Tantalising Stamper. I'm showing you today a split front trifold card for the Totally Techniques blog hop. So to get started, I have a piece of thick white card and that is 27.9 by 14.6 centimetres or 11 inches by 5.5 inches. And I'm going to score it at 7.5 centimetres or 3 inches, and then also at 7 inches, 17.7 or 8 thereabouts. Okay, so that's my basic card base, and then what I need to do is rotate it so that this wider piece is at the top, and then I'm going to pop it on at 7 centimetres, 2 3/4 inches, and I'm then going to actually cut it and come down to just over, or just under 3 inches, thereabouts. Okay, then we can move the trimmer out of the way. I've also got some pieces of DSP, so I'll show you all the different pieces that I've got. And these will go on the coming down level and these will go on the going up level, or vice versa if you want to do it in portrait. So these are 7 by 9.5, and this one is 9 by 6.5, 4.3 by 6, 4.8 by 6.5, and that's the same. And then you've got two pieces that are 7 by 6.5 and 6.5 by 6, but you'll be able to work those out and you can adjust. So if I show you one that I made previously, I've actually decorated this slightly differently. So I've got a small piece here and then I filled in this whole piece, and you can see how it opens up, and then that will go down there like so. So if we just put those away safely for a moment, and I'll show you what you need, how you need to fold this. So if we bring in a bone folder and we'll fold this inwards like this, and the other end, the other score line, and come in like this. If you're worrying about the numbers that I've written on it, it's in pencil, so I will rub it out afterwards. And then that piece is going to go down, and then this one comes in like this. So you can see how it goes together, and then you can obviously decorate all those pieces as well as underneath on there and all of this piece. Then inside you can place some more white, a layer of white, which is what I've got. Depending on your size, you can just fit it in, and that's where you can put all your messaging, or you could cut it down and put some more designer series paper as a matting layer. So now what we want to do is start to decorate it. If I bring in the first two pieces, actually, let's stamp it first before I stick it on. Okay, so this one, I'm going to put a message at the top because, as I showed you, it will be not too similar to this, but this piece will show up. So I just want a message there, and then the extra bit of message at the bottom. So I'm going to stamp that with Just For You. I'm using the Labelled with Love stamp set, and this shape you can either cut out, you can buy a punch that will cut this out, or actually a little die set that comes with 3 dies. So, and there are lots of things you can do with 3 dies, but if you don't have a die cutting machine, then the punch is perfect for you and you can adapt it to suit your needs. So I'm using the Just For You. Just going to stamp this, and the paper I'm using is from Thoughtful Designs 12 by 12 paper, and it's got this ombre effect. I don't know if you can see that with the cellophane, possibly. And then you've got different colours. So you've got Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Petunia Pop, Pretty Peacock and Wild Wheat. So several colours to play with. Just remember that Wild Wheat will be retiring very soon. So let's just re-ink that because I've just put my finger on it. This piece actually ties, will go on here, Just For You. And then I've also got Happy Birthday, which is from the Simply Said stamp set, which I'm glad to say will be around for at least another year. And that's just going to fit on the bottom there. Just. And I think we'll have a little butterfly, which some will show and some might disappear. We'll have a little bit of, add a little bit of lemon lolly onto the fresh freesia for a bit more colour. Okay, and that one is going to stick onto there like so. I think I cut these that they matched, but let's just see. I think it might be that way. Oop. There we go. So put some Tombow on there, multi-purpose. We pop that onto there. This one, I'm going to pop a butterfly on again. So if we stamp there, we can possibly go with another one there. Oops. Now, let's see if I can line that up. Otherwise, it'll be a quick flip over. Get the eraser so you can see that even us people that, you know, plan these things, it doesn't always go to plan. So we'll rub that out. Make sure we stamp over where I did the numbers. And then if I bring in the lemon lolly, so we can have that. That one also will stick flat. My glue doesn't want to come out. So this is a colour scheme that I don't know that I would have normally put together, but I used my colour coach to pick up some colours of what I wanted, and this is what it came up with. But I'm actually quite liking it. It's growing on me, definitely. Then I've got some other stamps from the Labelled with Love. So I'm going to bring in some Mossy Meadow, which is the colour of this lovely paper that I've used. You'll note these aren't double-sided because they're foiled, so just bear that in mind. And if we have a little bit of floral, well, foliage going on there, and a little bit here, then using the other side, we can bring in these flowers. Just make sure I've got that. I'll take that off for a minute. Nope, it's definitely that way, I think. Not used this one for a while. Oh, and I've put it on the wrong way anyway. So we're doing really well here. I think we'll start that one again as well. More haste, less speed, hey? And now we've got fingerprints as well. It's going super well. There we go. Take that green off. Aha, that's better. We're getting our act together now. We're remembering that it all lines up with the stems, and that makes it much easier to get it in the right place. There we go. So this one, fingers permitting and ink on, whatever, we need to adhere that one onto our piece of DSP. There we go. And then these two we can do some similar designs. So we'll go with our leaves again. Just for a bit of difference, we'll take some of that ink off. Make it a little bit softer. And we'll bring in the flowers. Maybe this time we'll go with a lemon lolly one. Just make sure got it on the right way. That's going to go about there. And then I think I'll line in with the fresh freesia. And then finally this one, and we'll have butterfly on this one again, I think. And add a little bit of there we go. And that goes on that last piece of DSP. So we've got all of those, and then we bring in back our card, and I stamped off on this because I'm going to cover it, so that's okay. But if we close this down first, we're going to have this one on the top, and this is going to be on the top, so I can actually raise this and put sticky pads on it. So I'm going to chop these bits up. Oops, got too much there. Get those bits off with my, take a tool, take a pick, tool. That one didn't come away. Line that up. this is going to go flat because some of it is going to tuck underneath, so we don't want to bulk it out too much. So we'll pop him in there, lining it up with this one. And this one goes underneath, so just make sure we've got room. Yep, that's okay. A bit further down, but that will, yep, that'll look okay. Certainly looks like a butterfly. So we pop it down like that. There we go. Yep, so it's peeking out. And then this one, we've stamped the wrong way, but that's okay. Oh dear, going horribly wrong. But at least by making the mistakes, you'll realise that you won't have to. And this one, actually, that will look okay if it goes there. So you can always rely on butterflies to get you out of a mess. Let's face it, they don't fly straight all the time. That's a nice little difference actually. And then I'm just going to try and wipe that excess glue off there. And when it's dry, I can use my adhesive remover to take off the excess. So that then makes the closed card. And don't worry about that. We can get around that with a 3D butterfly or possibly some gems. But the next trick is to just finish it in the centre. This I'm actually going to trim because I think I've made it just a little bit large. So I think if we take it down to 9.8 by 14, I think that will work better. That's it. And then I'm going to create this as a birthday card. I'll put happy birthday on the front, but I'm going to use, this is Layered Thoughts, which is a new stamp set coming in the new annual catalogue. So a little bit way off before you can order, unless you want to join as a demonstrator, and then you can order it sooner than everyone else. But I've got it here ready. And I'm going to stamp the happy birthday in the centre, like so. And it also has 2U, which I think I will use the green because that's handy. So I'm going to put 2 and U, and we'll join those up as if they've been, there we go. How easy is that? This will then adhere inside the card, so you've got somewhere to write your message and another birthday wish. Do those. There we go. So that's all done. And then if I bring this down to close it, we need to get rid of these smudges. Now it just so happens that from the Labelled with Love, I've stamped a couple of butterflies earlier and cut them out. I'm just going to trim that little bulbous bit off there. It's a little bit more even. If we just give that a little bit of a fold, and this time I'm going to use some mini dimensionals to put on the back. As all of the card that's showing now is obviously the front layer of my card. those off. Maybe we'll have him that way. Ah, perfect, look. And then if we do the same, see, butterflies save the day. And the person that receives this will never know the fluffs I made making this card to show you how to create this split front 3D card. There we go. And that one's just peeping out. And if you're wondering if it stands up, it does. And obviously it's just a little bit more interesting for people. So if you wanted to, you could add some extra gems, or a little bow, whatever you want. There's also in this stamp set, this little, it goes on the parcel, but you could use it to add a little bit of speckling if you wanted to. I would suggest you did that before you've stuck it on, which is why I'm not going to even try now, the day I'm having with crafting and my wonky sticking, but it works out and it all comes good in the end. So keep trying. Thanks for joining me. If you'd like to know any more, you could look on my blog, stampingscene.blogspot.com. And if you're in the Europe area where we sell Stampin' Up, you can look for my shop, which is zoetant.stampinup.net, if there's anything that's taken your fancy in the video today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.